One of the marks of the kind of writing which we might call objective, which tries to construct the point of that communication as a kind of object in interpersonal space. One of the ways of doing that is to suppress the personal voice. It's a matter of protocol and convention that when you're doing, for example, scientific writing, describing an experiment, let's say, you wouldn't say, I put a small amount of manganese oxide into a test tube. You would say, a small amount of manganese oxide was placed into the test tube. So, you use the passive voice, or you even in third person, you take the person out of it completely. I think one of the points of that, one of the purposes of that, is to redefine what kind of space this knowledge object is supposedly appearing in. The knowledge object in this case presumably being the result of that particular experiment. When there is an I present in a sentence, quite often that I marks the centre of the imaginary space that the person is occupying, just as the eye of the body occupies the apparent visual space, experiential space that a person occupies. The eye signifies the construction of a kind of phenomenal space, a space in which there is huge differences. Each location in phenomenal space is different. Objects change their size and location according to how they are positioned in relation to the eye at the centre of that space. There are perspectival effects, there are horizons in phenomenal space. When the eye is removed, what sort of happens, I think, is that space is flattened out. That centre of narrative gravity is removed from the space, and therefore the space is no longer warped around that centre of gravity and flattens out and approximates something much more Newtonian or Cartesian. And in a Newtonian or Cartesian space, those kind of spaces don't have the features of phenomenal spaces. There is no horizon in a Newtonian space. There is no centre within the Cartesian grid. No place is any more preferential than another place. There are no perspectives. There is no foreshortening. There is no relativity based on the positioning of the subject. So I think the removal of the I is in scientific writing particularly is not only an act of sort of modesty, if you like, or courtesy, nor is it well actually I think what it tries to do is it tries to indicate the universality, that if anyone conducted the same experiment they would get the same results. But the way that logic is conducted is by the construction of a hypothetical Cartesian space.